I hope you're having a great day. I am Teacher Ronan. Today, we will make English fun as we learn about subject-verb agreement in inverted sentences. Are you ready? Kids, here are some sentences in need of the correct verb. Your job is to choose the correct form of the verb inside the parentheses. Now do remember that when the subject is singular, the verb you should use should be S form or singular. And when the subject is plural, the verb should be base form or plural. Are you ready? Let's begin. There are 3 stars in the Philippine flag. What's the correct answer? You're right. R. There are 3 stars in our Philippine flag. From there, stands the school principal. Any guess? Correct. Stands. From there stands the school principal. Going back home is our 5 cute puppies. Excellent. Are. Going back home are 5 cute puppies. Adjacent to my house is a bakery. Well, is or are? Good thinking. Is adjacent to my house is a bakery. The last number. In that corner sits 2 groups of dancers. What's the answer? Awesome. Sit. In that corner sit 2 groups of dancers. Great job, kids. Now look at this box. Let's read the sentence together after the beat. The dog runs toward the bone. Kids, can you tell me what the subject is in this sentence? Correct. The dog is the subject. How about the verb? Right. The verb is runs. Now in this sentence, the subject comes first before the verb. This is the usual structure of most sentences. However, not all sentences follow this rule. I want you to read another sentence in the box. Let's do it together after the beat. In her hand are 2 red roses. Analyze this sentence carefully. Now tell me, what is the subject? Fantastic! The subject is 2 red roses. How about the verb? Excellent! The linking verb is are. Now can you tell me what the difference is between sentence 1 and sentence 2? That is correct. In the second sentence, the verb comes first before the noun. This is an inverted sentence. In inverted sentences, the verb comes first, followed by the subject. Some of them begin with a prepositional phrase. This type of sentence is a little tricky for the subject-verb agreement rules. In your previous lessons, you learned that when the subject is singular, the verb takes the S form. When the subject is plural, the verb takes the base form. We will follow the same rule in inverted sentences. Let's take a look at our sample sentence once again and see whether the subject and the verb agree. In her hand are 2 red roses. We already know that 2 red roses is the subject. Now decide whether it is singular or plural. Fantastic! It's a plural subject, which means that the sentence is correct for using are as a linking verb. Let's have another one. In a corner stands 3 horses. Does the verb agree with the subject? No, it doesn't. You're right. The subject in this sentence is 3 horses. It is a plural, which requires the base form of the verb. So, what is the correct sentence? In the corner stand 3 horses. Awesome! You're a fast learner. Now let's have another one. Outside the testing room waits Linda's father. Does the verb and subject agree? Spot on! Yes, they do. Linda's father is a singular subject. Therefore, the verb should be S form. Alright kids, now you have learned that inverted sentence is a type of sentence structure where the verb is written before the subject and usually begins with prepositional phrases such as in the corner, at the park, in her hand, and many others. And that the subject and the verb must agree. Now you're all set for the first activity. I want you to complete each of the inverted sentences by choosing the correct form of the verb inside the parentheses. Are you ready? Great! Let's begin. Up to the crest of the towering wave, paddles, paddle, the intrepid surfer. What's the correct verb? You're right, paddles. The intrepid surfer is a singular subject. Next, has, have, anyone seen the t-shirt that goes with this white pair of pants? Now remember, pick the main subject in this sentence. Fantastic! Has. Anyone is a singular subject. Beneath the gigantic trees nestles tiny shade-loving plants. Correct. Nestle is the right answer. In that wide field grows the tulips I love so dearly. Right again. Grow is the right answer. You're on a roll. Number 5. Here in grade 5 arts class, develops the creative minds of tomorrow. Awesome! The correct verb form is develop. That was incredible, kids! This time, I want you to identify the subject and verb in each of the following inverted sentences. Analyze whether they agree or not. Ready? Let's start with number 1. On the table lies the medical records. What is the subject? Excellent! Medical records. How about the verb? That's right, lies. But do they agree? No, they don't. The subject is plural, the verb should be the base form. The sentence should be, on the table lie the medical records. Next number. Inside your bag is a red book. What's the subject? Good job! A red book. How about the verb? That's right. Is. Do the subject and the verb agree? Yes, they do. Both are singular. Number 3. Through the night, waits the worried father for his daughter to come home. This is a tough one. Can you guess the subject? Good thinking. It's the father. How about the verb? Waits. Correct. Do they agree? Yes, they do. The subject is singular and the verb is S form. Kids, you're doing great so far. I'm sure you'll do great in the next activity. I want you to get your modules and open them to page 6. You have to identify the inverted sentences. Select the letter of your choice and write it in your notebook. And don't forget to answer your assessment. That's on page 7 in your modules. When you're finished answering, contact the number of your teachers found in your learning kits. Or you could email or send messages via Messenger or SMS. Great! I can't believe we're almost done, kids! Remember what we learned today. In an inverted sentence, the verb comes first before the subject, and that they may begin with a prepositional phrase. And of course, the subject and the verb must match and agree. I sure had a great time learning with you today, kids. I'll see you again next time. This is Teacher Rona. Keep learning English. Bye-bye.